Hello, everyone, to all my listeners. My name is Jesus, and today's first episode of this podcast called Barça Spot. I will be leveraging this opportunity of match Barcelona just had against Valencia today in LaLiga. 1-0 in our favor. It's a great result, not very great match, so we will be analyzing all of that in this video. So I encourage you kindly to keep tuning it, to subscribe and give a thumbs up if you're listening on YouTube, or if you are on Spotify. Please do whatever you want. Just give me an opportunity. No, just kidding. Do whatever you want. Anyways, so I would start saying I didn't watch the whole match. Actually, I just listened to the streaming live of the match because I don't have the service to watch Barcelona's and La Liga's and Spanish competitions matches. But I'm aware of almost everything that happened in the whole match. For example, I know Barcelona had a very bad time today. We basically spent the whole match in our area trying to defend, although Valencia didn't create a lot of chances. But anyways, we didn't attack a lot. Actually, let me check the stats. Seems like we attempted 13 times, 4 on target, and Valencia 13, and shots on target only 1. Possession, obviously, we covered the majority of it. What else? Fouls 11-13 from Valencia, and 1 red card by Ronald Araujo, which is a shame, because Ronald did was that basically it was needed to be done. The defender, the player, Valencia's player, already was arriving to the zone and could score very easily from that position. It was a Koundé's error, a Koundé's mistake. I will not blame him because he's been doing a couple of great matches, but yeah, in this time he didn't do very well. That reception with not a lot of how can I say that word? With a lot of power, I was trying to say. So yeah, thanks Ronald. Unfortunately, he will miss the next match in La Liga against Athletic de Bilbao. We hope he will be there for El Clasico. So yeah, let's review the lineup. So Barcelona left with Ter Stegen in the goal. The defense, Koundé as a right back. As center backs were Araujo and Christensen, and Balde left back. In the midfield, we had Roberto Busquets as a defensive midfielder as always, and Frankie de Jong in the left. Yes, I think in the left. And forward, we had Rafinha, Ferran Torres as a striker, as center striker, whatever it's called, and Ansu Fati. So yeah, unfortunately, as we all know, we have the missings of let me remember, Lewandowski, Dembele, and Pedri. Very sensitive missings. So yeah, basically at the first half, I think in the 15 minutes, Rafinha had the opportunity to score with his head. An amazing attempt, and yeah, it ended in the goal. So let's talk about Rafinha. I think his performance has been great so far. I mean, it's not like the best signing of the season in Europe, but at least I think he's complying. Unlike for example, let me see, a bad signing. Maybe I don't want to talk about I don't want to talk bad about Ferran, but he seems like, I don't know, he isn't able to find his way around. I mean, he has a couple of good matches and then he completely loses his way, and it's terrible for the team, for himself, because he loses confidence. And at the same time today he had the opportunity to score a penalty, but he missed it. Ansu Fati was also trying to kick it, but Ferran wouldn't let him. So terrible. I feel a little worried right now, to be honest, about the dynamics inside the group, because this is just not admissible. This is basically not a good dynamic of group, and very harmful and detrimental for the interaction in the group. It's very important that they hang out very well, but we will see how Xavi handles all of this situation. Like I was saying, Valencia didn't create a lot of danger. Maybe they had a last chance on target in the last minute, but it was an easy attempt straight to Ter Stegen's hands. So that was it. Oh yeah, I was forgetting about that situation with Jesús E in that supposedly penalty in what minute? Let me see. Yeah, it was in 85 minute. Apparently Jesús E kind of touched that Valencia's player with his leg, and he was inside the box. Probably I've seen several opinions on Twitter, on YouTube, and the majority agrees that it is a penalty. In fact, I haven't watched it many times, but the fews that I've watched, for me it's not a penalty. I mean, he kind of touches, but he didn't intend to do it. He was directly to the ball, but yeah, I think it's unclear, and as many people agree, maybe I'm wrong. So yeah, I don't think we should complain. All the teams should complain, because it's only the second penalty they let us kick. They forgive us in the whole season. Sorry. So I don't think Madrid fans especially should be complaining all the time. They should look at themselves and all the allowances the referees have created to them throughout the whole season in every league: Champions League, LaLiga, La Copa del Rey, and whatever. So yeah, in overall, I think it's a great result. Unfortunately, not very well played. We didn't stick to our style. I acknowledge it was very difficult for all the casualties of key players. So the only thing I hope for this is that this way of winning the matches doesn't remain, because it's unbearable, and we will not going anywhere if we keep playing like this. So I hope Dembélé, Pedri, and Lewandowski recover very soon and are able to play as soon as possible, hopefully against Madrid in El Clasico next week, but we will see what happens. Anyways, this was the review for me. Thanks for listening in today's first episode of this podcast called the Barça Spot. Thanks for being there. Keep tuning in, and see you later.